Alright. Hey YouTube, this is Joe Palmer 123 coming to you with the pickup slash trade slash everything else. First off, I'm going to start off with the last thing I picked up, which was, actually there's two things I picked up recently. Halo 5 Collector's Edition. It is missing one thing out of it. The person's supposed to get me, but then I got this 3-foot long Sega headquarters sign. It is got a few facial scratches on it, but I mean, you can see that if you actually go like this, you can see that it is a lightable up sign. It from what I've researched, it came out of Sears, from what a friend told me. But yeah, that's going to be one of my little projects here soon. And then getting into this is a package I had delivered from New York. I don't know if I can pull this forward enough to get this to go behind right there. First off, we'll start off with this. It's an Activision Pitfall letter for basically, for this person got 20,000 points and basically have earned a membership in the Activision Explorers Club, so he got stuff in the mail every month, which is kind of cool. And then Zelda Link to the Past game secrets, which is kind of cool. And then here's the Sega Game Gear power supply. This in that Activision letter, my buddy from New York, well, he had a game store here in town, but it's stuff he sent me from up there for taking so long to get me this package sent out. This is actually the only boxing that's basically complete. The Sega Nomad, the battery pack that pops on the back, that has a little bit of acid damage, but it does work with the power cord he sent. It's missing the manual and the I think there's a tray in the box that everything's sat in. Then here's box and I do believe manual for Yoshi's Safari. Yep, box and manual for this on the box is pretty clean. F-Zero box and manual, box is pretty clean. These are all boxes I needed. Street Fighter 2 box. Killer Instinct complete box minus CD, I should say. It's not complete in the game, but still worth having. These two boxes I weren't sure on. Mario Land 2 I might already have, but Mario Land 1 I didn't. But Mario Land 1's missing the manual. Where this has manual and the plastic dust jacket or whatever that went over your game. Mighty Final Fight. Is there a manual in here? Yes, there is. I think this is a manual. I ain't gonna pull it out, but yeah, so that's complete. Then you got Kirby's Dreamland or Dream Course complete. Mario Kart, this is not complete. Box has seen a little bit better days, as you can tell, but I needed the box. Punch Out complete minus game. Then you got like a yellow 64 controller, 2 AV cords. He threw in an extra one. It's always nice. These stack of magazines is like old computer and game or pro magazines, so that was kind of interesting. And then, well, let's see, let's get down to the bottom of this stack here. You got Mortal Kombat Trilogy, NFL Quarterback Club 98, Bomberman, that is complete. Some NES boxes, Super Glove Ball, Gyrus, Quattro. That actually I don't have that one. It's got Robin Hood on it, which is be cool. Then I got this for the Game Boy, or I think it would have came with the one book with it that I'm waiting to get from a friend. So I mean, that's always a good thing to have once I can complete that. And then if I can move this stuff back to the way it was, then you got the Golden 64, which is all there. It does got some scratches. It doesn't have a red rumble pack in it. It's just got the original one. He might have a gold controller in the original box, possibly found for it. He's got to go back to the person's place and go through their stuff. Then for strategy guides, he gave me mostly all 64, like San Francisco Rush, Bomberman. Then you got Twisted Metal. That'd probably be PlayStation though. 007, Star Fox 64. Then you got the PlayStation official book, which is kind of cool. I'm sorry if I'm moving around. I'm doing something I normally don't do with my camera and that, so I mean, it's definitely something different, I guess. And then there's one book in particular in here that I was actually really excited about. Actually, probably make that 2 books. We'll get to that one here in a second. Oh, here's a couple other strategy guides. Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo. Let's see here. Right here. This one's it. Pretty sure that was the only other one. Oh no, there's other strategy guides down here that I missed. How did I miss all these? Let's see here. This bottom one here is Half-Life. And then you got Mario Kart. And then you have Mega Man Legends, which I think I already had that one. Then you had Yoshi's Story. And then you had a bunch of computer gamer. Free songs at Napster.com. Yeah, that takes you back. But, no, the one magazine I was excited about was getting this. I actually got this magazine as a kid, but the ones here in Iowa had a thing in there for Adventureland. But the fact that this still actually has the Digimon poster, which actually I don't have my magazine, but I do have the poster, and when you open it up, it actually had a poster for the luchadors or whatever on the cover, and that, so that was pretty cool. And then to get this was actually worth it, to me anyways. If I can find a good place. This is the old electric, or whatever it was. What was this from? I don't remember, but I'm careful with this. But yeah, it had like PlayStation, and it had 64, Game Boy, old computer software, and that. So I mean, it was kind of cool to actually acquire this, and I'll probably be putting that in a dust jacket to protect it. So I mean, we'll see on that. Then let me just pop this out. I'm thinking of, will I do something bad? Maybe now I can actually stack this stuff and not worry about it. And put this back here. But yeah, that's box number 1. And then, come on. Yeah, sorry, I ain't really talkative today for the most part. Alright, slide this back forward, and then I can get the other box off the floor and set that up here so I can finish doing this so I can start putting all this stuff away. I did get this today from a buddy for free. It's a Game Boy Pocket car charger, which it's only got the one prong on the one side. It's definitely, I don't know if it works. Before I get into this pickup box, here's another old school TV adapter for some of the switcher boxes I have. Picked this all up at Goodwill the other day, or at least a good portion of this. It did say $5 there, but it kind of got a little ruined, taken off. They had 4 games total, 3 of them were sports games, all $5. All the sports games they wrote right here, but anything worth value, they write on here. Otherwise, it was very minty cart. And then regular deck of Jurassic Park playing cards. Sealed Galaxy Quest VHS. It's not brand new. It's pre-owned. Blockbuster rental. VCR poker game with the chips still there. I'm presuming they're all in there. Full Metal Jacket DVD, which is complete. Which I am a big fan of the Gunny, so I mean this is a good movie to get. Yu-Gi-Oh book with the poster. It's dated 96, but I don't think it's really that old. And then I got this from a buddy. I sold him a desktop. I was going to sell him it for $50, but I told him he could give me a couple of his old mags and $20 and we'd call it good. So he paid me $10 plus this for now, and I didn't realize how expensive this strategy guide is. So I mean, it's got a little tear there, but for what he paid when he bought this back in the day, $1. And it's worth like $50-$60 now, very worth it. And then I got this from another buddy for free. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City strategy guide. Here's a Assassin's Creed 3 strategy guide. I mean, it's been heated up. It was sitting in a box in his shed. He didn't know where it disappeared to, so it was definitely interesting to find it. And I think this is actually a map. Yeah. Wow, the map hasn't even been ripped out yet. So that's actually kind of cool. But yeah, now to get into this pickups right here. Oh yeah, I did acquire this to a plug and play. I gotta rewire the AVs to it. And then this right here. It's I don't know how many games is on it. But yeah, all 50 in one, but who knows if it really has 50 games on it. But alright, we'll get into this box here. I bought this from my cousin for like $100 because he's getting rid of all of his old stuff, so I told him that I was interested in it, and he threw me a price, and I guess I just couldn't pass it up for the price. So here, I know everyone complains about when you move the camera around a lot, but alright, so first game is Boat Duel. It was from a video game store, don't know what store. I think it might have been from the one game store we had in town, but I could be wrong. I'll probably leave the marker on it because it does match everything else on here. So, and then there's Super Mario 2 Clean. I do not need that one. Then you got Jordan versus Bird. I needed that one. Then you got a Twin Cobra. Didn't have this one either. Mario Duck Hunt. And of course you got 2 Genesis games right here. Maximum Carnage and Crash Test Dummies. And then you also got Wizards and Warrior 3. Commando, which I already had. Days of Thunder, which I already had, but I'll probably keep this one just because it's another rental store one. And then Punch Out. The NES down here, I'm not sure if it works. It was already pulled apart. He don't remember why it was pulled apart, but I'll figure it out. And you got TNC Surf with the dust jacket. Then you got Bad Dudes with the dust jacket and Mario 3 with the dust jacket. And then you got over here, let's see, I always like to throw stuff back in here when I'm done. Then I got 2, he's got to find the adapters, but here's 2 Sega wireless controllers. Here's a turbo wireless Sega controller. He's got the adapters, he's just got to find them. Like here's the brick for the Sega Genesis. Here's the NES brick. He's still going through all this stuff, you know, for me. So, I mean, I always like helping family out. Plus, if it helps me get stuff I don't have, it's always a good thing. You got Primal Rage, Sonic the Hedgehog, not for resale, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat, or 3, 2, and 1. So it's kind of good. And then this game here, Earthworm Jim for the Game Boy. I did not have that, but some of the Genesis games I did already have. He thinks there's more, so I mean, we'll find out if he finds any more within the next week or so too, so we'll see. So yeah, so I'll probably put up another video tomorrow, probably, about the rest of the stuff that I have sitting around in my garage and all that. So I mean, it can't hurt, I guess, to try this again tomorrow, and that. So yeah, I guess just like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate those of you who do watch and those who don't. I know I do ramble on a lot and I do shake my camera a lot because I'm not a professional in any way, but I do enjoy talking about my pickups and showing off everything and that. And I got one last thing I was going to show, or 2 things I should say. Let's make it 3 things before I get off here. So I really do appreciate everyone watching this, and I'll show you the last 3 things before I get off here. This was one thing I recently got, was Star Wars Episode 1 pin. It was for like the American Heart Foundation or whatever. Then I also got one for Hunger Games, which is cool. But the other thing I was going to show you guys, along with that Killer Instinct system, I actually got the box Killer Instinct system with game and CD, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, so everybody just like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate it. And everyone have a amazing week/weekend to come.